Welcome back in, everybody. Golf Talk Radio, Mike and Billy. So glad you guys are with us. Going to thank partners of ours. Got to thank Sundale Country Club, 661-831-5224. For tee time, SundaleCountryClub.com, home to the Bakersfield City Championship for over 30 years. We were talking about the first section of our show there, the Morning BM. We were talking a little bit about gamesmanship. And
Hey, Mike.
Yes.
I was just kidding.
Are you? Were you? Hello?
Hop.
I was just kidding with you.
Are you being serious?
No, I was kidding with him.
Wow, okay, so
'Cause
what? So he was gamesmanshipping us. Oh, my God. Thank you, Hop. Loving you today, Hop.
I knew.
Boy, Hop,
I was laughing. I was belly laughing in here, and so I was fooling with you. Everyone's safe, and I would never let anything like that happen.
I am so glad you're
So
kidding.
the example of gamesmanship is doing something that will upset your fellow opponent or player. And obviously, Hop is an expert.
I'm going to go to the bathroom right now.
I think Hop is the expert.
So now that I'm catching my breath a little bit here, I'm going to try to explain, because Nikki and I had a nice conversation offline here. Is there a place in golf for gamesmanship? And the definition of gamesmanship is the art or practice of winning games by questionable expedience. I'm not sure if I'm saying that word. Yeah, expedience. Without violating the rules, right? So getting into someone's head, basically, doing something that's going to
a lot of people get in my head.
Well, yeah, that's what you've got, that kind of head that's easy to get into. So use the use of ethically dubious methods to gain an advance or an objective. So that's what gamesmanship is, and I think it's a lot more common than people realize. And so we're going to go. And Mike, there's a couple he does not like very much, and that's happened to him a lot. You want to reshare that, or
Sure. I will.
Okay. So, Hop, by the way, are you a gamer? Do you do gamesmanship, or have you had that happen to you? Things like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'm sorry, Mike. I didn't mean to give you.
Wow.
You know what? That was brilliant.
It was really good.
It was awesome. It taught me a lesson. So that's good.
I kid because I love.
We're trying to figure out where our next job is coming.
As you can imagine, Hop, I'm sure it's happened to you at some point, but we've had issues like that happened before.
If you're in radio, it happens at some point in time. And if you don't have a dump button,
the corner.
Yeah, it happened in
two studios down, thanks to Ozzy Osbourne.
And that was probably 15 years ago, and it still stings. And now Hop just ripped our stomachs apart.
It was the only time we got pulled into an office.
You notice I let you go in first?
Yeah, well, and here's a funny thing that I know Hop will appreciate this too.
Come in the office,
we're in the office, and we're like, we're going through it, and all I can think of is, I don't even work here.
Yes, me too. I got a real job. Because I thought I'm not going to.
This is like a hobby. I don't even work here.
Ozzy.
And I'm being reprimanded.
And it was Ozzy. It wasn't us.
Yeah, it was Ozzy
Osbourne. Finally get him on a show. He just
bad audio.
He did bad, yes. So I'll give you some examples, and maybe if you guys are some of these things that you do. So one I just read about, I haven't seen it, is nowadays with the new cameras, is film your opponent's swing and show it to him without him even asking. But you film a swing and then show your opponent their swing. Nothing worse than seeing yourself on your own golf swing right in the middle of your round of golf.
That's terrible.
That's just brutal.
Wrong.
So you make up, you pull out the wrong club if your opponent has the honor, and it's a little par 3 or something, and you pull out your hybrid, or if it's the opposite, it's a long hole, and you put out your wedge or something, because they kind of look around and see what other people are playing. Flash the wrong club, or if you hit a really good shot with your 7-iron and say, God, it's not a 9-iron. It's just I didn't quite. I killed that 9-iron. I do that all the time. You notice that?
I have one that I do quite a bit, actually.
I play it. If the one,
but it's only to certain people. I've never. I will be on. I've never with you guys. I've never done anything that was on purpess.
Maybe
on purpose.
When we used to play together, I'd often do this with you, but it was with love, like you said. It was like it wasn't. We're buddies.
I never said.
What did you?
I never said. Well. If I'm playing with certain people, I focus on the green area. So I'll hit a putt, and I go, I guess I didn't hit hard enough.
Oh, no, so the opposite space.
And then I'll go, I pushed that one, and I always do that to certain people and it's only
because they're watching your putt and see how it reacts.
It's only if they started. Like if I feel like they've game on kind of thing, I won't initiate it.
So you're a counter puncher.
Yeah, like I won't do it unless somebody comes in and I feel like, okay, this is the second or third time this guy's done this.
So that's why you've always done that to me, because I used to do stuff to you all the time. And this one you probably remember. Play the opposite speed of your opponent. So if you're playing with someone fast, I personally slow down a lot.
I thought you were trying to solve the shanks.
If someone goes real, no, I've never done that for you, man, because that's brutal. But I've done, like, when I played with someone really slow, speaking of our partner.
Of our friend.
Of our friend, Mike and I would go extremely fast. So it throws them out of there because they're not thinking about us versus thinking about them. And that's what you said. It makes you think, get out of your own way.
Right.
So as a golf pro, I don't give a lot of tips. A lot of people you play with, they want tips from you. Yeah. And I've learned not to do that because it's easy to do, but some people don't want it.
No.
And even if it's asked, it's usually, I don't want to, let's talk off the course or something like that.
Or you could just say something like, just hit the ball.
Just hit the ball.
That'll be $80. See you next week.
That's
ask your opponent, are you inhaling or exhaling on your downswing? What do you do?
I hold my breath.
I hold my breath.
I hold my breath and I try not to.
This is the one of Mike's favorite, and it's very common, and I don't know if it's always intentional, but the people that you're playing with point out the hazards in front of you before you tee off.
I hate that.
I know, I can tell you do.
How much do you
hate that, Mike?
Hop heard how much I hate it. So, you know what the other one I hate?
But it is really kind of rude, especially,
it's very rude.
I've never seen that hazard look so big. Is that water up there deeper or closer than it used to be?
Now,
anything to get people's attention
if
on
we're
the
doing
hazard.
it in a game and it's been going on during the game, and that's kind of like a running gag, then I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
But if you're playing like a big skins game or something, like to me, that's bad etiquette.
So the question is, how much gamesmanship do you think is permissible in golf? That's the whole... is it allowed? Because it happens all the time. The jingling of the spare change or keys. Now, somebody might have a nervous tick, or somebody's out there jingling their keys when you're getting ready to putt.
I have once or twice, and this was actually, I swear this was on accident. A couple times I got done hitting, and I was over by the cart, and I'm putting my club in the bag, and the cart was pretty close to the tee. Like there's some cart paths that are really close to the tee box at Cypress Ridge.
And you're digging for your biz hub.
No, I took my pulled
you're a Velcro guy.
Glove off. And then I realized that the person's in the middle there swinging. I went,
you're a Velcro guy. You've done that more than once.
I know, but I don't know that I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like I'm not doing it on purpose. I swear I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm really not.
The one that I can't believe I'm telling you, but I used to play a lot of matches, right? So years ago, showing up like you're really upset or something's really, really bothering you. You look freaked out and something's wrong. So the people you're wondering is, what is wrong with Billy? And there's really nothing wrong with Billy.
Yeah, get their attention off.
So they're
themselves.
like, something's real, and you just don't talk to them. You look at them, you're kicking the dirt around you. You're just, and then you get on the first tee and you're happy and jolly. You play away. They're so worried, especially for people who love you, like you guys.
I was wondering when you did that to me.
I've done it a few times.
Yeah.
But I learned from the best. New England, man. That's where when I played most of my competitive golf. There's a lot of people who do that kind of thing. Remember Tim Lane used to always unbuckle my bag
I was just going to say, like when I think of Avila Skins games, I can't tell you how many times the bag fell off the cart.
Yeah. Our buddy Tim used to unbuckle my bag so we strap.
Yeah.
And it's somewhere in the round, my clubs would fly off the back and fall out.
Yeah, nice.
So he did it almost every time we ever played, but different times during the round. So now I'm looking for it. So I'm now in between shots looking over at him. See, when's he going to do it? He had my number, man. Plus, my putter's all banged up. I got my irons just scraped.
See,
he would crack up, man. Well, he loved
That's a big reason I would never do that. I would be worried that I actually would really mess up somebody's clubs. Like that to me, that's going too far. I mean, it's funny. But that's going too far.
It must happen 15, 20 times.
Yeah.
You were there probably at most of them.
Mm-hmm.
So
I can still see a couple of them.
Keeping quiet on purpose and avoiding. Now, Hogan was known for that, and he said it was a gamesmanship later in his life. I don't know. Everybody thought it was just him, right? He was standoffish.
Yeah.
Like Tiger, when he played between the ropes, he was very standoffish to his opponents. Wouldn't say a word. Now he's talking it up, but he did. He was like, he said, super focused. Didn't and that would intimidate others, especially when he hit it as good as Tiger.
Yeah, I've done the.
Are you one of those?
And the match is kind of something like that, where if the person's the last person to putt and the flagstick's still on the ground, I'll just walk away.
Oh, so that's some of those people think that's the crossing the line. Remember walking to the next tee box while the other person's still putting out?
This is
that's
again,
a cross. In some people's opinion,
I react. I don't initiate. I react to what I feel if someone's crossed the line. Like instead of me,
we heard you
getting verbal like I did during the break.
You got verbal?
I will do different. I will do different subliminal kind of things.
Yeah, see you.
And so but again, I only go if the person starts it, and in my mind that they're saying game on, and if I'm like if I feel like game's on, I'm like okay, game's on. I can play this game too.
We've had those battles back and forth on a
we've
golf
done
course.
it. We've done it before.
and it finally gets uncomfortable, and you're like, okay, let's chill out. You're just give hugs and start over again.
Do you remember? I know this is not so much the gamesmanship, but do you remember? For whatever reason, I think it's because we played so many Skins games at Avila that finally at one point, I think it was you and I and Tim and Augie and probably Craddock. And we said, okay, we're going to play Skins and you can say whatever you want.
Yeah, we did. I brought air horn out.
And we only made 3 holes because it started getting so personal.
People get mad.
it was like
the air horn.
Some of the stuff people were saying,
whipping the flag over the top of my head.
Doing,
if you remember, he whipped it. I was putting, and he did a ninja sword thing with the flag stick over the top.
Actually, that sounds really funny.
Oh, that was great fun.
we did that for Golf Talk TV.
We should try that. That would be.
It's very scary.
Yeah.
We did it for Golf Talk TV. I had to be the one putting, and I think it was Billy that whipped the flag over my head.
No,
and
Stankowski or somebody. Wasn't me.
This was on Golf Talk
Eric,
TV.
Probably
it was Eric.
Wasn't me.
Because he was the villain.
I'd be afraid to hit you.
He was the villain, and I remember I had to try to pretend like I'm going to putt, not knowing that's going to come.
Good pro, bad pro.
Oh, I had a heart attack. And then
the pro and cons of golf.
That's and then the next one,
the pro and cons.
The next one, I had to tee off. And he was going to fire an air horn at some point. Yep. So I'm sitting there trying to hit my tee shot, but I know an air horn's coming.
So you don't know.
And I still had to swing, and he swung, and I let go of the club. I mean, it was so loud in my ear. It was just.
I did that playing in a couple with Tim and Matt Craddock. I blew the air horns just once or twice, so they know if it's coming again.
That's so funny.
But that's when we were having our fun game. So that was, I wouldn't do that in a regular tournament.
No,
hope not.
The giving swing advice, But remember, was it Josh Alger used to say, "Is it here?" He'd hold his hand up. Is it here? Is it here? Where is he? He would always pose.
It was always on tee box number 4,
and he was always asking, "Is it here?"
At Avila.
And he would say, "What position should my hand be?" And is it here? Is it here? Is it here?
Yeah.
I would say, "No, it's right there." It's hilarious. So it's his game.
God.
And you know what? The thing about that is I would be there when that happened. I couldn't watch it because it would mess me up. So it was like he's messing with Josh, but he's really messing with everybody in the group. Because everybody's looking at it going, is it there?
Where is it?
Is that really?
That's when you turn around and look the other way.
Well, you got to
I do that a lot,
that's
actually.
gamesmanship, too.
Yeah.
Making excuses for your opponent, too. Like, you say, so instead of you making your own excuse, somebody makes one for you. Not good. So, or talking to the other player's ball. Right? Have you ever done that? Get down. And it goes, and it goes real short.
Yeah. Actually, that happened in the qualifier.
I just said, get down. And it stops short. You're like, oh, sorry, man. Talk to my ball. Have you ever done that? That's hilarious.
I've never done it that way.
Oh, I've done. You have to do that.
I've done it with good intentions. Yeah. I've never done
it going along. You say, go, get up. Oh, sorry.
Have you ever had somebody hit a shot when they had to hit it over the water and they hit it, and you're like, boy, I don't know if that's going to make it.
Yeah, but that's your honest opinion out loud. I mean, it's this.
But that's still. That's going to get into somebody's crock because they already knew that they hit it bad.
Yeah.
Right? So as soon as the ball leaves the face, you're like, I don't know if it's going.
Putting out a turn intentionally.
Well, putting out a turn and then also teeing off out of turn, to me.
Especially after someone makes birdie.
Yeah.
You take an honor from somebody. It's not right. They say it was ready golf. I'm going to hit it. That's ready golf.
Yeah.
But when you make a birdie, and you're the only one to make a birdie, you should have honors.
I think that's bad karma.
And people get up and who makes dub, the guy that makes dub gets up and hits.
Yeah.
And they do that on purpose too, because they know they're never going to get to the tee box anyways. It's ready golf, man. I said, dude, I just made a birdie. Right? That happens a lot.
How about the
giving a 5-footer, gimme, and then not giving a 2-footer?
Yeah.
You ever done that? You say, I'll pick it up. That's good in match play. And then you have one this far, and you say, they make them putt it. They get all mad.
I've only done it that way when I'm playing match play, and it's like down the end, and I'm like, I just don't want to lose. Like I just don't flat out. I hate losing in match play. I can't stand it. So like I'll actually
have to play match play more.
Yeah, if a guy has a 2-footer, I'm going to make him putt it or her putt it. If it's the 15th, 16th hole and the match, I'm making you putt it.
Well, I know, but of course, and there's nothing wrong with making them putt everything.
Yeah.
And that's
what I do.
If that's your priority. But I'm saying is that you give one that's 4 or 5 feet at one time that you shouldn't ever give.
I've done that.
And then you have a 2-footer that you make them putt.
Oh, I've done that. Yeah.
Then
I've done that.
then now they're puzzled.
Yes.
How come you gave me this? Wait a minute.
Exactly.
And then they get up there with a 2-footer. What?
Can I ask something?
Sure.
Is verbally out loud wishing that an opponent on a golf course does something bad, that's considered
Out loud.
yeah, it's
You'd be like, I hope you suck.
yeah.
Yeah, that's,
I hope you hit it in the hazard.
Man, I hope you hit your typical
Yeah,
slice
absolutely.
here.
I hope you slice this into the woods so
that's-
far you never find your ball again.
Wow. You may
Wow.
not live
Wow.
to see the end of the match.
That's considered really poor etiquette. No one, and I don't know if anybody's ever gone that extreme. Have you ever played? Any?
I've
really?
never played with
Yeah.
someone who said that.
I've never played anybody that extreme.
No.
Have you, Mike?
Like if right before they're about to hit it, you're like 6 inches from their face, and you say, "I hope you shank this."
Wow.
Oh,
I hope
God.
this-
Wow.
That's kind of
Whoa.
leads to, I
That
think
would be
leads
bad?
to
That's-
violence.
That's aggressive.
I can't.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty.
Yes. Yeah.
I won't do that anymore.
No, don't do that, Hop.
I don't want to play golf with Hop.
You might
anymore.
not live.
We were going to go out and play with Hop. I'm a little afraid now.
You know what I would do?
Let
I
your
think-
game speak
This is
for
what I
itself,
think you
another
should
one.
do, Hop. The next time you go play and you got a buddy on the tee box and he's all set up and he's ready to take his backswing, you just go,
Noonan.
"You got any tucks?
Yeah. I forgot my tux.
Forgot my tucks. You got any tux pads?"
See, and it just seemed like busting chops with friends is just like what we do.
Yeah.
And, and so if you're busting chops with friends, I mean.
Yeah, but you don't want to. You can bust your chops, but not wish them to. I hope you slice and never find your ball
I know,
again.
that's really like,
How
I
about
will tell you,
How about
too-
standing in the
Well, it's
vision?
not. No, it's not like I hope you swing and your spine cracks. I mean, it's not like that kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's not that
No,
bad.
You
yeah.
get paralyzed and you need surgery.
That's
That's stuff.
that's
yeah.
pretty
Oh my
aggressive.
God.
That's a little
Hop.
aggressive, Hop. And the last one I got here, standing too close to somebody on the tee box or standing intentionally in their vision. So you're kind of in the
I
wrong
hate
position,
that.
and you have to stop the player to say, "Excuse me, could you move out of my way?" Sometimes those people do that on purpose,
Yeah.
and so they
that's-
and that gets you out of
I
your
mean,
rhythm.
Totally.
Happens a lot.
Yeah. On the putting green drives me nuts.
Have you
I do
guys
that
ever?
to you.
Wait,
You've done it.
on
I know
purpose?
you do it. You do it a lot.
See, that's gamesmanship.
And actually, you've done it in tournaments when we've been out at tournaments, and I've had to pull you. I'm like, you need to.
are a gamer.
I'm like, you need to step
Nikki.
away.
I know, it's just that I get focused on what I'm doing, and I don't
You
think
just
about
said
it.
I've done it to you on purpose.
I have done it to
Yeah.
him
On purpose.
On purpose.
Yeah.
Well,
That's-
yeah, I'll do
that's
anything to
gaming.
beat him.
Yeah.
Well, you are. So would you do what Hop says?
I
hope
wouldn't do
your
what
back
Hop
cracks
says.
and you're
I
going to get
would
paralyzed.
say, I hope you shank this into the wood.
There's two other ones that happen all the time.
Hop had one to say that.
Yeah, go ahead, Hop,
What'd you
sorry.
say, Hop?
No, I was just gonna ask. Have you guys ever seen the movie Sideways? Because
yeah.
there's a couple of brilliant scenes on the golf course.
Yeah, there are.
That
Oh,
about etiquette, and one of them is Thomas Hayden Church, like right in Paul Giamatti's face as he's trying to tee off.
Yeah.
And he has to tell, and he won't stop talking.
Yeah.
Like he's just constantly talking. And the other one is when they get hit into on the fairway.
Oh yeah,
And it turns into this little war where they start smacking the balls back. Yeah, I mean
Yeah, that's like those
and
are
what are
great
your two, Mike?
scenes.
You said you had two.
There are two that are really, really common. One
Okay.
is taking the parking brake off the cart. Okay.
That's dangerous.
Oh,
And-
so it goes beep, beep, beep,
And
beep.
also
Oh,
letting it go
beeping.
beep, beep, beep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've
It
done the
happens, it happens a lot.
I've done the beep
on
beep reverse.
purpose.
I've done the beep beep.
On purpose.
Yeah, I've done that a couple times.
Well, that's like
I
one
mean,
of
you
them.
don't make it look on purpose. You're like shuffling. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. But
Well, it depends on if it's a key or if it's a little
reverse-
push button down
yeah.
below where your leg is. You're like, oh, sorry, my leg hit that. Sorry,
exactly.
I'm really sorry. Yeah, I have never done that.
It sounds like you rehearsed that sorry pretty good.
I've had people do it to me.
Wow.
Yeah, and I
I just
screwed
was
off.
So
never
is there
even
a
think to
place
do
for
those things.
gamesmanship in golf? That's
I think there
the
is.
question.
But see, I
Because it
think
happens
there's
on the tour all the
Yeah.
time, and I don't want to go into naming names. And
I think
'cause
there's
most people are
more-
accusing others and not.
I
proving.
think there is obviously there's a line in the sand, so that line is probably going to move with different people. But like,
Except Hop's way over the line.
yeah.
so.
But my thought is on that to answer your question
was a
is
little over the line.
like the green reading, maybe saying like after you've hit a putt, like, oh wow, that broke more than I thought. Things like that. I think that's part of the game when and the reason I say that is because growing up and playing at Avila, we played so many skins games, so many match plays at Avila. Like that whole gang of our whole group, it was insane. When you think about Rodney and Tim and Doug and
It was our own clique trying to just you're right. It wasn't
mean,
like
it
you're
was-
playing with strangers in the
Right.
USGA
Exactly.
Exactly.
So but it did get out of hand a few times, so we had to slow it down because
Yeah.
we didn't go fisticuff or so. But this is Claude.
But on tour, I don't.
Well, here's Claude
know,
Harmon, the
yeah.
famous instructor. This is his opinion. He says he was golf pro at Wingfoot golf course in Mamaroneck. I played the Open there. As much as possible, a needle here and there. He says, is it permissible in golf? The first sentence was as much as possible. A needle here and there is a trick of the trade.
Yeah.
The good pros I know have been having fun for years. Suppose I asked for the wrong club. My caddy knows what club I really want, so you ask for a 6 and you mean an 8, right? So that's a setup between the caddy and the player, and the opponents hear that out loud.
Right.
All right. If my opponent falls for it and his shot's 30 yards short, then that's hard luck. He should have a mind of his own. So Claude Harmon says yes, and he was a great player in the years when he became the head pro at Wingfoot. Robert Trent Jones, a course designer, he said it all depends. Some golfers have a flair for gamesmanship and do not offend. Others make your blood boil, as
That's
Mike's happened to Mike. However, those who can upset you, ruin your game, and make you like it are mighty few or far between. And it's written wrong. Sorry. There are generally the ones that are a little general. However, it's better to play safe than to lose risking a friend. So you don't, if you're doing with your buddy, there's a fine line. But it's permissible and a lot, and it's part of the game. Any sports, baseball, they're doing it with pitchers and faking pitchers coming in. They're doing all kinds of, the managements are playing.
It really is interesting how baseball's changing in that way.
It really is.
Yeah, I think the other part about it is, and this is probably why I don't do a whole lot of gamesmanship, because I don't like it being done to me. And so I don't initiate. I feel like anything that I initiate is, if I'm going to initiate it, I better be able to handle it, because it's going to come back.
You never initiate.
You're not
I've
initiating.
never seen
good
you
man.
initiate.
And I don't like.
Well, boxers
going down the
fake
line, so.
injured. They play possum.
Oh, yeah.
Right? They fake
Yeah.
injured or play possum, and then
Yeah.
you think I got him now. You come
Right.
close and bang.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of gamesmanship in a lot of sports that people know. So, anyways, I didn't realize what a horrible person I truly am, because on the outside I'm a nice guy, but I used to do a lot of not quite.
I think you need a
not
little
quite
therapy.
Hop level. I haven't played golf in months, so I don't know what
Hop is beyond
But
redemption.
hop is a little rough. Hop takes the extreme.
I have never done any of the things I just described.
And we got that on
so
tape.
it's funny. Nikki finally mentioned, "Well, okay, I've done that on purpose." Yeah, I've done that.
Exactly. That's so funny. All right, we're going to take a break here. Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy, brought to you by McPhee's Grill of Templeton. Hometown cooking through and through. McPhee'sGrill.com. 805-434-3204 for McPhee's Grill. If you call the show, 805-903-1974. That's 805-903-1974. We'll be passing out McPhee's gift cards to you. You just got to call the show. We'll be right back.